It was nothing. No big deal at all. Just something really, really, really stupid. Much like back then.
お前脱がして着替えさせたの俺だから、そこら辺どう言い訳しようか考えてただけ。
Just wondering what excuse to make for taking off your clothes and redressing you, that's all. Welcome back to this Irae. Well, last time I was very, very sure that we would end the part there, but here we are, carrying Kazumi back home. We finally got Ren finally got his powers back, and Kazumi's back to normal, so it seems. So, let's see. And so I carried the unconscious Kazumi back home. I doubted I even understood a tenth of what exactly happened to us tonight. The fog of mysteries still remained. A time might come where all was made clear, but it'd be more pragmatic and logical to get what I do know straight, rather than think about what I don't know. So what I did know was the culprits behind the serial killings. It was me, Kazumi, and whoever was controlling us. The being Irae and Rosalka referred to as Mercurius. Could he possess others through occult means, or did he possess some kind of magic to control others with? I had no clue, but anyway, he chose me. And now that I'd become like this, I vowed to at least make good use of it. I wouldn't let anyone lay another hand on Kazumi. I wouldn't let her get involved with this again. Strictly speaking, Kazumi seemed to have killed over a dozen people, but this was no longer a matter that could be resolved by simply turning herself in or seeking atonement. This had already grown into a bigger problem than that. What happened to us went beyond the boundaries of what the law or mere common sense could resolve. If I harbored any hope of solving this problem, I had to leave behind common sense. Unless I broke its chains, I could never face off against beings that existed beyond its boundaries. I could cast aside common sense, breaking free of the world I'd been part of up until now. It was hard to explain with words, but I'd come to realize exactly how I was supposed to accomplish that. Irae, Rosalka, Wilhelm, I would drive them and the rest of their soon-to-arrive comrades out of this city. No exceptions. I would rid Kazumi and myself of their sight. Given my current state, that had to be at least possible. A monster against a monster, irrationality against irrationality, fighting fire with fire. I may not have liked it, but this was unfortunately the only way. That said, I did by no means regret my choice. Kazumi. She didn't need to know any of this. I wouldn't let her go through anything as terrifying or dangerous as that ever again. One could call that self-righteousness, but I didn't give a damn about justice or morals. Kazumi meant a lot to me, far more than the lives of strangers. I wouldn't let anyone take her. I'd shoulder all of this by myself. All of the danger, all of the fear, all the sins and all the punishment, so she needed to simply take a step out of this world and back into our old one. I'd take care of everything on this side of the equation. And once I have, I'll come back home to you. She could take that as a promise. I had no intention of letting this messed up situation destroy my world. The reason why I'd live, why I wanted to live, was because... Have you, Himura? That boring school and all those annoying fears and worries. That hopelessly boring yet wonderfully mundane day-to-day life that meant the world to me. I wanted to return to those days, to live in that world. I wanted to grow old and die like any other person, and in order to one day return, I would now leave it behind. So I would really appreciate it if you could keep your eyes closed for a little while.
レン、
Ren?
ここどこ？
Where are we?
お前の部屋だよ。
Your room. I never thought it would be this hard to make myself sound as normal as possible.
体調平気か？お前いきなり倒れたんだぞ。こっそり酒でも飲んでたか？
You feeling okay? You fainted so suddenly. Have you been drinking behind my back?
私倒れたの。
I fainted?
ああ。連れて帰るのに苦労した。
Yeah, it was a real pain in the ass to carry you back here.
そうなんだ。ごめん。
I see. Sorry.
気にするな。
Don't worry about it. She really appeared to have no memory of the murders. In the end, she was like a subunit compared to me. Now that the power had been transferred to me, she no longer possessed those excess memories. Thank goodness. I could at least be grateful for that. I couldn't let her bear the burden of having to live with that. Ren, you're getting feelings! You're not a no-feeler anymore, I don't know. I chilled it all in her stead. You'll break, you know that, right?
ね
Hey.
え、なんか前にもこんなことがあったよね。シロがいなくなっちゃう前に。
I think something like this happened before, back before Shiro vanished.
レン、あの時と同じ顔だよ。何考えてるの？
You have the same look on your face as you did back then. What are you thinking about?
別に。
Nothing, really. It was nothing. No big deal at all. Just something really, really, really stupid. Much like back then.
お前脱がして着替えさせたの俺だから、そこら辺どう言い訳しようか考えてただけ。
Just wondering what excuse to make for taking off your clothes and redressing you, that's all. Looks like she'd finally noticed.
バカ、見たな。
You idiot, you saw everything, didn't you? You already did earlier, so... Ah,
悪い。でも雨降ってたから服濡れてたしな。
sorry, but your clothes were soaked because of the rain. I got rid of her blood-stained clothes. I'd buy her the same outfit and put it in her closet, and she'd be none the wiser.
しょうがなかったんだよ。多めに見てくれると助かる。
I had no choice, so it'd be nice if you could let it slide. Okay. Kazumi? Okay. She's seriously out of character in the last
ありがと
few parts.
う。レンなら気にしないよ。
I thought you were in love with him. That would make it much worse, wouldn't it? Thanks. If it's you, I don't mind. Normally, any other visual novel or romance situation that would make them blush all over, and I don't know, they would mind a lot. Let's say it like that. They would really mind it a lot.
そうか。
I see.
ちょっと恥ずかしいけどね。
A bit, alright. I'm a bit embarrassed though. Looking at the feebly joking Kazumi's face felt like a dagger in my heart. All my crappy acting did was give her more pain.
もう寝ろよ。それでなんだったらお前しばらく学校休め。
Go to sleep. Take a day off of school if you'd like.
平気だよ。心配性だな。
I'm fine. You're such a worrywart.
お前に言われちゃおしまいだ。
You're the last person I ever want to hear that from. Despite cracking jokes, Kazumi soon fell asleep. She looked genuinely exhausted.
安心して寝てろ。
Sleep tight. Her nightmare had come to an end. She wouldn't have to worry about a thing.
あとは俺が。
You can leave the rest to me. After balling my right hand into a fist, I opened it again. My wound had now completely healed, leaving behind only a strange sensation. My arm felt heavy as steel, but my bones neither creaked nor did I experience even the dullest sensation of pain. I knew, not through reasoning or logic, but sheer intuition, that my arm now sheltered the guillotine. It could decapitate people with ease, and so... A burning sensation of pain flared up in my neck, one akin to being cut by a blade. I understood in an instant that this served as the so-called proof of our contract. I ran a finger along my neck and could tell, even without a mirror, exactly what had happened to it. A decapitation scar ran across my neck, the same mark of the guillotine that the girl had. Seemed like I'd have to cover it with a scarf for a little while.
利用したければ利用してみろ。こっちもそうするつもりだからな。
If you want to use me, go right ahead. Just know that I plan to do the same. Naturally, my declaration elicited? Elicited? I don't know. No response. Got no response. I was simply fortifying my resolve. Tomorrow would mark the beginning of my life in the world of the extraordinary, and I was determined to make sure I survived whatever it decided to throw my way. Almost everyone is now here. The Longinus, Dreizehn Orden in Shambhala, 9 of 13, so we're still not at the end. Götz von Berlichingen? What? I'm sorry, but I don't know. I don't think the Nibelung saga is that well known outside of Germany, but Götz von Berlichingen is the main villain, if I remember correctly. Okay. Who do we have? Tubal Cain, Malleus Maleficarum, Christoph Lohengrin, Samuel Zentau. Okay. Casikle Bay, Rote Spinne, Leonhard August, Babylon Magdalene Sonnenkind, Jodwidnir, whatever, Götz von Berlichingen and Zarathustra. That's us. Swastika, 1 out of 8. What? So there are 8 level of connectiveness that you can get? Or what? I don't get it. Chapter 3, End of the Nightmare, End. Doom. Now what? Okay, there is another chapter. The place was a dark room. No, a dark space. It was not completely devoid of light, but what remained amounted to very little indeed. Yet it wasn't like it stood out as though trying to assert the reason for its existence either. To put it more aptly, it yielded before the sheer power of the darkness contained within this space. The darkness lingering here would succumb to no flame and would remain deep and thick even in the face of 1,000 candles. No mere shadows blanketed the room. The very space itself was dark. The place simply somehow came to possess that property, reflecting the souls of those who would gather here. It was a vast space shaped like a mortar, akin to a colosseum. Spots of unrefinement aside, the structure did have a sense of splendor to it, resembling a spacious hall within a massive castle. In its center rested a circular table, jet black in hue and glimmering with luster. I'm sorry, I can't read. It housed 13 seats, followed by 13 hallways leading to each. In other words, this place was built for mere 13 people. 13, a number of ill omen, really. Judas Iscariot, death of the major arcana, Friday the 13th. People commonly said that the witches' Sabbath was conducted by 13 people, for it was a most suitable number for preparing a place's spiritual environment. This very same number referred to unity and love within the gematria? Love and unity that, no doubt, were alien to the situation at hand. After all, those kind of affections were things of manipulated often is a German word meaning often, manipulated by subjectivity, but why do you use oft here? I don't know. One could count several vacancies among the seats of the round table. Out of the 13, only 8 had been filled. The seats in question were number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 and 11. If you want to know what the German words for that is, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 und 11. Yes. It's standing right above. I don't understand why, but hey. The masters of those 8 had gathered with heavy silence dominating the other 5. Number 13, Dreizehn, in particular exuded no presence to be felt whatsoever. Under normal circumstances, if the master or user in question was either alive or had left some sort of lingering attachment behind, a vestige of their presence or a fragment of their will would be felt. In this situation, however, it was as though its master was either dead or had simply never had strong feelings for the place they belonged to. However, that concerned none of the present. I feel it. I feel it. I'm feeling it, alright. The 3 muttered among themselves in tones of joy, gloominess, and displeasure. The red-haired girl in the seat of 8 was the first to speak up.
脇腹がうずくように気持ちいい。 ハイドリヒ教の影響が私たちにも出始めている。
It hurts. My sight aches. Sights ache with pleasure. I can't read, seriously. Lord Heidrich's presence is already affecting us.
ああ、まったく懐かしいじゃねえかよ、この感じ。お前は初めての経験だろうが、どう思う?
Damn straight, and it sure as hell brings back memories, though I'm pretty sure it's the first time for you.
ウェレフィリウスティエライステ。これが聖装のステグマなら光栄だが、彼らは
Vere filius Dei erat iste. Truly, this was the Son of God. If this is the stigma of Longinus, it is an honor. But what about them? 7, 9 and 12. 7, 9 and 12. Turning towards the 3 empty seats, K through each of them glanced.
私は団の上位にいる方々と面識がない。狩猟副狩猟閣下のことはすでに十分聞き及んでいるが、幹部お三方については知識不足だ。
I've never met the group's highest ranking members. I've heard plenty about the Lord Commander and His Excellency the Vice Commander, but I barely know anything about the remaining 3 at the top.
今後対面した時に恥をかかないよう、よければ教えてほしいのだが。
As I would be embarrassed to meet them so ignorant, would you tell me of them? If it's not too much of a nuisance. In response, Wolfgang Schreiber. Rosalka gleefully uttered one
エ
name.
レオノーレ・フォン・ビッテンブルグ。
Eleonore von Wittenberg. Wilhelm casually spat out another.
Getz von Berlichingen.
Götz von Berlichingen. Finally, Valeria Trifa proudly added the third. Let me check the facts. Until the next time, and I will tell you who Götz von Berlichingen really is. Yeah, I'll do that. If I remember. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time, since it is a good time to end it here. Bye bye.